Hey everybody, in this video we're going to do a comparison test between the Fox live valve suspension versus the regular Fox DPS suspension.
Alright, we're pulling up here to the Pivot demo. And I got my two crazies with me. I got Elena. Hey. Yeah, say hey. Hey. Yeah.
What are you thinking?
We're thinking we're going to ride some awesome bikes. Here's the settings here on the live wire. You can do it open all the way or lock it out. You can see here that it goes to the front fork. Control it there. And then it also goes to the rear shock. And that right there is your brain. The front fork, you can see it has a sensor right here. And that sensor right there is what detects the hits and then opens or closes the suspension. Is it on? Is it like the... Yeah, it's on. So it's in the second setting right now as far as the Fox Live. It's got 5 settings. The 5th setting is the harshest. And then the first setting is the softest. So it's the number 2 right now. And this is what the guy at the booth told me is what Fox recommends when you first start. Yeah, this bike is awesome. The rear end is so tight on it. Oh yeah, I could feel it kind of lock up there a little bit. Man, it's so open right now, the suspension, but then it firms up when pedaling. That's awesome. Oh yeah, this is sweet. Little pedal strike?
Yep, all sorts of stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so this suspension is weird because it feels like it has a ton of travel on the descent. Yeah, but then when you hit the climbs and pedal,
yep, it locks out.
Yeah. Now I can still feel it. It seems like it's pretty soft in the number 2 setting, okay, but I'll have to kind of play with it and see. Oh yeah, that back end feels awesome. Pedal strike. So much fun. The rear end is what, like, I can really tell. It's so tight in the back end. It's like a hair under 17 inches in the back. Yep. Chainstay, which is like as short as like some cross bikes. Yeah. It's crazy. One thing, like going over rough stuff, you just kind of plow through it. Yeah. All right, end of pay, I'm gonna switch it to 5, or not 5, but a little stiffer. It feels good, but it feels still like a kind of like a trail bike. 2 setting. I'm gonna switch it to the other one.
Hey Billy.
What's up?
I forgot to tell Mark, when you're out there and the suspension's under a heavy load, I heard a chirping.
Oh really?
A chirping sound. I'm not sure if it was coming from that computer or not, but I don't know if that is supposed to do that.
It might be like a linkage or something.
It might be. I don't know. It's a chirping sound.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. All right, cool. All right, so now we're in number 4 of 5 setting. And yeah, I can definitely feel like I'm higher up into the travel. So it's not sagging as much when it's up in the 4 setting, which is like cross country, you know, cross country setting, so to speak. And for our trails, that's what feels best. If I was in some mountains or something like that, you know, I was just doing kind of trail riding for fun, which all of this is fun, but you aren't going for speed, then definitely run the 2. Oh, that feels awesome. Yeah, it feels really good for putting power down. And because it's not sagging as much, you feel kind of like you're up over the front of the bike a little more. Put some power down, you know, which is great for cross country, which is the intention of this bike. I like the number 4 setting a lot better. Oh, that felt awesome going down that. Oh yeah, that was great. Hit that bump, opened right up. That was awesome. Yeah, you like hit a G out, or like a little wallow, you know?
Yep.
And it just like opens up, soaks it up, and then locks out immediately. Up here, let's put it in the 5th setting. This is full stiffness or lockout potential. And if you like to stand up and mash, you're going to want setting 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. This section always kills me usually, where it's real tight right through there.
Yep.
This rear end was awesome through there. Here's a rough look on. Yeah. Fruity section through here. Oh, that felt great. I still prefer the 5th setting even through the rough stuff. Now I will say, if you like it when your bike locks out and it has a kind of a hard hit, you're not going to feel that with this because it's going to open up. The thing about this suspension is you can just pedal and not even think about the roots. Just hit them and let that brain do everything. I wonder if they have one with a lockout lever. I'd like to do a back-to-back comparison.
I think that's what we do somewhere.
Oh, that's opens for those things. That's awesome. Usually that's like a sharp hit, you know?
Yep.
Oh, that was sweet. It opened up perfect for that. Fun. That's cool with me, man. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can tell you like bouncing around a little bit.
Yep.
This thing soaked it up, but it was like, it still didn't open fully though. I mean, like lock out fully. Yeah. Now he's on the bike, killing it on single track. So Mark said that they, on this, like the live wire,
yep,
they run the suspension a little softer, a little more plush than the lockout version. I can tell on this bike, if you like to stay seated and power,
yep,
that's where it's good. So much fun. What I like them to see them do with this is have a lever for it,
yeah,
where you can switch between the 5 settings.
yep.
It wouldn't be hard.
No.
I will say the rear doesn't ever feel really fully locked out. But like when I'm standing, climbing,
Yeah.
I can really feel it. It just doesn't have that kind of rocket ship takeoff, you know? But yeah, if you like to have it locked out,
Yep.
I don't know if you'd like this. Y'all gotta go potty? Oh yeah, is it on now?
Yep.
All right, now we're on the one with the manual lockout. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, this rear end is so nice, dude.
Yeah.
It's so fun on the descent. Yeah, this lockout, it definitely is locked out, you know.
Yeah.
If you want to feel like, if you want your suspension to be like predictable, what you're used to, I feel like this is the kind of better way to go.
Yeah.
Because it definitely feels stiffer, like as far as through the travel, than the live wire. So I think if you like a lot of feedback from the trail, then I think you'll prefer the mechanical. It definitely bounces around a little more. I wish I had more time to play with that live wire to see if I could really dial in the compression. And also to do like a side-by-side lap, you know, or something, section. I don't have time for that though, they're about to close. Nice. So this one fully open, standing up, feels like the live wire kind of locked out. I mean the live wire, yeah, on its hardest setting.
Gotcha.
When climbing. So yeah, so if you like your suspension harder, then you don't want the live wire in my opinion. I can see the live wire being good for almost like marathon things.
Yeah.
When you're like getting tired at the end, like a little more cush. And also if you want your full suspension to feel like a rigid, you're not going to get it with the live wire. Right. Thanks for having me, Johnny.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
Making me breathe hard.
Me too.
All right, y'all about ready, girls? No. This one, like,
But the live is worth it, right?
well, the live, it depends on what you like. If you like it to be like a rigid, you like your full suspension to be rigid sometimes and like hit stuff.
You just lock it out.
You just lock it out. Yeah. But the thing is with this one though, even with it open, it's kind of rough.
It's a stiffer tune.
Yes,
on
yes,
that
there you
shot.
go. Yep, and I could tell.
Yep.
You know, so like I feel like the live wire would be awesome if you're doing really long events like a marathon and you're like
Exactly.
tired and you don't want to, you know what I mean? Don't want to think about it. But this one I could tell, like if I rode that one for an hour and a half, I'd probably be done.
Yes.
You know, like my arms and my
same.
hand, hands and everything. But like that one I could see riding for like 3 hours.
Any of the non-live ones are just
Yeah, I
the
mean,
tune on that shock is quite a bit
right, because it's a
stiffer.
cross country.
Exactly.
It's a cross country bike. Yes, I can see like the benefits of both.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong.
Right, exactly. It's kind of what you prefer in that.
I've had plenty of full-on XT racers
Thanks, man.
sponsored by the shop I'm doing demos for.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like I really want the live valves, and they get on it, and they're like, I don't know. And then
Really?
They ride the other one, and they're like,
And they like it.
yeah, they like the manual lockout better.
That's
just
interesting.
That super stiff ride.
Right. Yeah. But I
Where
think
we-
it's like from like cross country riders. That's what they're used to.
Yeah, it's
You know.
there's some, you know, there's just no right or wrong.
Right.
So the person who I thought for sure would like get that live valve 100%,
Uh-huh.
they ride it and they end up on this one without the live.
Interesting.
It's like, that's
Yeah.
weird, but
Yeah.
it's whatever you like.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys
Yeah,
so much for
of course.
coming down here to Florida. Y'all going to the beach? No time?
No time.
Man, that sucks. Cool, man. Thanks for coming out and thanks for tuning these bikes up and everything like that. Yeah, dude. That's sweet. Just finished riding. To get my thoughts out as quick as possible. You know, after doing this, got the girls with me. As you see, Elaine in the back. She's washing her face with a wet wipe. The Fox Live, I was really expecting it to be firmer when I was out of the saddle sprinting, but it wasn't. It still had a little bit of give, and I think it was just because you hit a few bumps, and when you hit those bumps, it kind of opens the suspension. Now, if you like a super rigid feel with your full suspension bike, you're going to want to use manual lockout or the cable lockout, because with that one it feels very, very stiff. It's almost to the point where they tune that one where it's so stiff that you almost don't even need the lockout. And then I also talked to the Pivot guy, and he said that the Fox Live, you can really fine tune it with like a 3mm Allen key. There's an adjustment there that you can really fine tune the compression. Maybe if I did do that, I would have liked it a little more. And as the guy at Pivot said it, he said it's not necessarily either one's good or one's bad, and I agree with him on that, because if you want your suspension to work and not really even think about it, you probably like the Fox Live, and especially for like longer rides, like if you're riding like a marathon race, that's where I kind of feel like the Fox Live would be great, because you wouldn't have to think about it. You just pedal, you stay seated for the most part. But if you're gonna be standing up, sprinting, and really hammering down, the manual one felt much better in my opinion than that. And you actually feel a little more trail feedback with the manual one, where the Fox Live, obviously you don't feel as much feedback because the suspension's working and you're not activating it or anything. So once again, not one or the other is good or bad. If you want a really harsh, rigid ride, go with the manual lockout. If you want the more plush ride, go with the Fox Live.